Ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? This is Con Ulrich,
And I'm Rangru. Hello, hello, hello.
and we're coming to you guys finally. It's been weeks in coming, but here it is. This is the semifinals from the PDX Steel Division tournament, and here on the classic map of Cho, who do we have there, Rang?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have Yuejin as the rather popular first Polish armored division. And on the right-hand side in red, we have Gil O'Neill as also rather popular 21st Panzer division.
That's kind of surprising, actually. The 21st Panzer. I mean, there was a time recently we were deriding them as being a little bit underpowered. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I think the patch that happened last month definitely helped them out quite a bit. And when you do take it from the mindset that you're essentially a light to medium tank division and not a heavy tank division, you have a much better standing in terms of gameplay. Because as you all know, 21st Panzer A phase, especially with the new units, is pretty damn good, especially on a map like this where they can get you at the 2307 pack gun half track on the northern side, clear it up, and then down south, use some 222, some light half tracks, some Panzer Grenadiers to mop up shop.
Sounds about right. And even as we get started right here, we'll take a quick look. Opening. Oh, these guys know it's the semis. They're not being quite so balls out aggressive as you might expect.
Yep.
I
And
definitely appreciate that.
do you want
Yes,
to note
please.
that this is the third game out of two, so the person who wins this goes on to the finals.
Very, very true. So, best of luck to both of these guys. I do actually want to make a quick call out, though. Looking at the Polish division, you said about the P-Grun's able to help clean things up. Will the numbers of the Poles be able to, how do I say this? Well, overwhelm, like it's the 21st Panzer Infantry, though. What do you think?
If it's a pure infantry fight, yes, but the 21st Panzer got those lovely little French half-tracks, which, especially against this Polish force right now, it's lax anti-tank, they're going to have a really good time, essentially, in this town, just because their half-track's going to be able to hold down the streets.
Okay, that seems about fair, but how about, not going to say the Stag Hound, I was going to say maybe that Cromwell has something to say about it, but he's way far up to the north, so there's not going to be a whole lot happening there, I guess.
Oh yeah, we got the Cromwell Mark 6 and the pack gun, and really that pack half-track would probably be the victor, yeah.
That is true, unless, of course, I think we get down to about 400 or 500 meters range, at which point you really have to watch out for that HE value.
Yep, and one problem for the Poles is, yeah, they don't really get any 1.2 kilometer anti-tank until B phase. So that pack gun, unless they can get some good artillery, Sexton, to try and stun it up, in a long-range fight up north, it's not going to be the best of times, I suppose.
Well, you know what? We will have ourselves a tale of two armies. Forget two cities in this case. But how do you feel about that early P4 getting called on in?
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting choice. I mean, it's going to help just deal with the infantry, essentially. I don't know, it's okay. It's not the best tank in the world.
Yeah.
But I know, it's like, yeah, all the Somi are S35, and they both have their pros and cons. But the Panzer IV-C, it does have 9 HE, so it really is just kind of like a budget assault gun. You just have to treat it as a budget assault gun.
Well, it seems about fair, but let me try that 307. Oh, that's right, because the 307 just has AP ammo. Got you.
So
I
they're
was
pretty
thinking
much
why.
complementing
There we
each
go.
other's weaknesses.
Seems more than fair. Cromwell Mark 6 coming down to the south as it's starting to kick off in that town. Looks like we'll see an immediate Dragoni shot, and the spalling has happened. That half-track's pretty much going to die, I would think.
Oh, we're actually seeing other Polish units that aren't Strotsky's. What's going on? Eugene, what's going on? You're meant to do this Strotsky spam. That's what everyone does.
Well, actually, wait a second. What was that burning up? Okay, no, it's another half-track there on the eastern part of that. Okay, all right.
Dragonis. I mean, sometimes we see a Saparis for lucky, but wow, this is some real grade A change here from Eugene.
That is true. He is known for that Streltsy spam, isn't he?
Yep.
But no, so it is 52-48. The Poles are getting the occasional ticket or two. But how do you see this developing? I mean, for my part, I can't help but wonder if this half-track is curling around the south, and maybe the Germans can exploit some kind of pressure to the north. What do you think?
I think the German up north is definitely where they want to be trying to push, as they do have that range advantage. So trying to move up about Panzer IV, Recon, that half-track 222, try to get as much ground, at least get to the tree line where the 6-pounder is, set up shop, yeah. That'd be a damn good position to start off on B phase.
But we haven't seen already that 6-pounder is going to be the major determining
Yep.
factor of that rush. Taking out, was that was one of the
Yeah, it was
gun
the
half tracks, wasn't it?
250/run.
Yep.
The recon half-track thing. But yeah, spotted it, and hopefully maybe get some artillery to try and knock out the 6-pounder.
Yeah, but let's talk about that artillery then for a second too, because the Germans only get a couple really like mortar tracks, basically. Yes.
Yeah, they also got the knockoff Katusha and some other reared units, but
Yeah, but does Gao really mount that early on? If I remember correctly, he hasn't in his other 21st Panzer games.
yeah. But yeah, I mean it's pretty decent. I'm definitely thinking a Katusha half-track thing, or the Katusha whatever.
The Bierflak
Yep. As usual. Is I need to remind you every time, would be very useful in this town, but it's also very useful. It's a sexton, and we are seeing A-phase sexton.
Oh no!
And as we all know, A-phase sexton for pose is huge deal. It's an absolute game changer.
That is true. Germans don't have a whole lot that's going to even remotely contest that, will it?
No. I mean, the problem with the sexton is that it's almost impossible to counter battery. So you can't really effectively kill it unless you can get direct line of sight. And that's usually pretty hard.
That seems about fair. I think most of the action is really just happening in this town sector. I might be wrong here. Yep.
Yeah, we're pretty much seeing like his autocannon half-track and staghound going back and forth for one another, exchanging shots. But yeah, the German infantry, the Panzer Grenadiers, stunning up the Dragonis. And really, he just needs to try to keep his 3 or 4 half-tracks alive. They're really the major game changer for the town.
Okay, so we do have up in the north, actually, the Grumbling Bear is hitting the field.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Okay. I guess, okay. Against that 6-pounder is going to do a pretty decent amount of damage, I would think. But
yep.
Do they really have to worry about anything else?
No, once they can knock out a 6-pounder, the pack half-track can come along, pop the Cromwell, and hopefully he can take that ground. If he can at least get to that L-shape area, like I mentioned before, that's going to be a fantastic staging area for later on in the game. And now he really has enough armoured forces to make something happen. At the same time, he doesn't know. I might know that the Cromwell's, I just want to double-check his view. Yes, he does know it's, and he does know 6-pounders, So,
yes.
So yes. He does have pretty good line of sight.
I do have to commend this early staghound play down to the south by Yuejin. That southern staghound has been beautiful. How many kills does that thing have? What, 3? I think it's 4 or 5. I think he got he didn't get the half-track kill. That was the Dragoni, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Dragoni. But yeah, he's been pretty much diving it up and down the streets, not keeping it anywhere for too long, and that fire support has been damn bloody useful. It's just has some good staghound to play.
Even better is him actually right now. That Sexton's getting into action, and I hate that thing, but you know what? It does its job beautifully well.
And as you can see, almost killing that pack gun in one hit, and if it can actually get its final hit, it should be able to kill it.
I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, I'm surprised Gal O'Neill hasn't decided to run. I guess he's wondering, hey, where the heck am I supposed to run to?
He's just having a party in the arty.
Yes he is, isn't he?
Yes, he
is.
no,
if the Staghound takes up this Panzer IV, I think I might be a bit depressed.
Oh god. Alright, it's a Panzer IV, so you can't.
Yeah,
it's not even a proper Panzer IV.
Yeah, but there we go.
There we go. And we got a bit of a push here from the middle of the Polish with the Staghound Cromwell combo, and in this middle area, there's not really much to stop him at the moment.
But there will be in about 30 seconds. We're seeing an 88 come on in. No, wait, 88? Yes,
yeah, it's the 88 Pack 43, which is definitely some heavy artillery, but on this map, that's a damn good unit to get.
That's funny for me. I think that Yuejin saw that Broombar coming on in, because that 6-pounder is nowhere near that tree line anymore.
And now it's really just about if Gao can attack now. If he can take his ground up north and, get that head start, because this is going to be some vital territory right now to try and take.
Very true. Very true. Okay, so that section's getting awfully close, and whoa, we have an engine stall actually from that Staghound. I haven't seen that crit come out before.
Yeah, yes, I wouldn't want to be stalled on a pack gun shooting at me.
Yes.
And there goes the tracks, or reels, I should say, reels. And there goes the rest of the tank.
I might be wrong, but that kind of feels like there's more criticals happening than before. As well, by the way, that Pack 43 immediately brews up that Staghound in the middle part of the field, too.
Oh, yeah.
But it feels like again that there's been so many more criticals in the last several matches, and they haven't
Yeah.
modified the chances, have they?
Yeah, I think I made it so criticals happen a bit more often during the when they changed the patch notes. As
Hmm.
I've been noticing in my games too, like I'd get hit and it'd be a critical hit instead of just a
Pinging
complete
off.
kaboom.
That's true as
Yeah,
well. Ooh, so that broom bar, okay, he takes out that 6 pounder. The entire north is open, I would
yeah,
say. Autocannon half track still for. Oh no, excuse me, the 222. That's armored car yet.
yeah.
Gonna get taken out by that Cromwell if he's not too careful.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I think the Poles are gonna take this town.
It definitely seems so. The Germans just can't stand up to all that Strochki spam. That Staghound has been knocking out pretty much all the half tracks, all the important vehicles.
Hmm.
And yeah, it's just the Strochki spam's really doing some damage to Galileo. And it's not till B phase, I believe, where 21st Panzer can get some pioneers. And as
Yes,
we all know, pioneers, towns, it's lovely. It's lovely.
that's true. They come from the southern part of Germany, where only two things come: steers and pioneers. Oh, we are going to get that half track coming in just about now, as well as some much needed infantry reinforcement. Staghound
hmm
continues to cause issues, though. Jeez. 222 goes down. 250/9 is going to
Yep.
buy it pretty quickly as well.
And yeah,
Ah,
those Staghounds have been doing some damn good work. I think that's the second run down
yes.
south, but yeah, I really what's been troubling Galileo is his Staghounds, and he hasn't been able to get any proper anti-tank threat. He had Pack 38, but they got sextoned, and he hasn't been
Yes.
able to get like a Panzer IV-C or that wouldn't really work, but a Somu, for example, to help out. But
Here's a
yeah,
question, though. So if you are Gallo Neal, you've been taking hits all day. By the way, Cromwell, actual AP Cromwell to the north.
around.
Um, but you're Gallo Neal. You've been taking hits to your troops all day with these half tracks. You
hmm
know Staghounds are there. Do you sit back and just try to duel it from afar and stun it up, or do you rush in?
For autocannons, you try to rush in.
Exactly,
If you're a
exactly.
tank, you want to duel it out, but he hasn't had any tanks to really take advantage of yet. And yeah, this town is pretty much just going to be falling under Eugene's controls. That Staghound now rushes in to try to pop off the few Panzer Grenadiers as they retreat.
Well, worth noting that pack half track in the north took out the infantry
Oh wow.
Cromwell. But I guess I glimpsed that just at the end there.
Yep.
We are into phase B.
Yep.
So what do you think? Are we going to start to see the P4 spam or no?
Hopefully we're seeing some another Panzer IV-C surprisingly enough down south, but the P4 Sherman spam always is the highlight of 21st Panzer, and now because Galileo has that very advantageous defensive point up north, now he
Hmm.
can start trying to play his open ground. Yes, he's losing a town, but holding this northern sector is much more valuable, as you get more bang for your buck in terms of this unit. In terms of capturing, because this is less unit density, there's less you have to
Yes.
fight for to get larger ground. And he has the long range weaponry, he has the pack gun, he has the Pack 88, he has the Brumbai, he has everything he needs to make a damn good job. I mean, infantry Cromwell in the mid, that's stunned up. The Cromwell up north, he's fleeing. He doesn't want to have to get anywhere near that pack gun. We do have a 17-pounder up
I
north.
was just going to call that
Yeah,
out.
which is that's going to be the real kick in the teeth here for Galileo. And also now to pose Eugene, he can start getting Fireflies and Achilles, which are going to be, pretty damn good tanks to have on that northern sector.
Okay, so we are going to see a Befehle Panzer IV coming in the south for Gallo Neal.
hmm
But I guess if you are the Poles, is this time that you start to rotate your own focus back up to the north? Do you try to stem the bleeding, or do you just kind of say, okay, you know what, I have the town, let's just double down?
I think I'll try to set up a decent defensive line up north. I mean, that 17-pounder and a few other tanks or AT guns is going to be just enough to really keep that defensive line going. But he seems he's going to be able to have that town on lockdown. And it's going to be pretty easy holding that town, as you just throw in Strochkis at 15 points. They hold a building for a little bit. Bish, bash, bob, you're done.
That's true, but looking at the infantry he's got in the town right now, they are not looking particularly healthy. I feel like if that Staghound dies, the entire line goes with
Yeah.
it.
There was half tracks are in some rather good positions where he can shoot the infantry, while the Staghound does not have line of sight at all. And yeah, just as long as he can keep his half track, Panda 4s and other fire support vehicles alive, Galileo should be able to get another foothold into town.
Oh, geez. Weapon Jam, Southern
Oof. Yeah.
Cromwell is
Yeah.
definitely making himself known. And now, okay, that guy's dead.
Yeah, I mean, that Panzer 4C is a bit 5 years out of date.
Almost as bad for me as watching that Pack 43s taking hits from range from that
Oof.
stunned up Cromwell. So that guy is pretty much doomed as well.
That's not good.
That's
Not
one
good
way
at
of
all.
putting it. That's true.
Yeah.
It was a very, very brave push by this half track. He's going to buy it. He goes down, and that town is now completely in Polish hands.
Yep, I mean, we've got a large few Panzer Grenadiers surrounded on the outskirts, but yeah, they're pretty much
Checkout was
buggered.
moving in from the east, though.
Oh, Lorraine.
Yep.
Oh, wow, this is one of the newer units that they added.
True, true.
Yep.
Which means we can see clearly now because the Lorraine is here. You have no idea how long I've been waiting for that one.
Oh, it definitely sounds like you've really set it up for like reeks trying to rate for someone a 21st Panzer match where you finally get to see their 105 Lorraine, which is essentially a budget. It's not even a budget resp. It's just it's pretty much just a resp on a friend's tank.
True. True.
Yep.
I mean, well, you don't want to see my games to see that. Let's put it that way. But no, so Gal is bringing in some off-map arty. The thing is that even if he does, that 2,400 meter range, he can hit the Sexton, but doesn't make sense to even go after that.
No, I mean, you're not really going to be able to do much damage, especially because you don't have line of sight, so you're going to have rather inaccurate shots. Really, you want to be trying to go after the infantry and stun them up so you can at least get a foothold into that town. You know, he doesn't have much infantry down south to really take any ground. And there we got Sherman here. We did have a Cromwell, but I think that got killed. So
the southern one? Yes.
Yep,
Actually, that little burning pyre to
Yep.
the southeast is right there, yeah.
Yeah, Panzer 4 men to knock it out.
Oh, the Befehler, I think, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Befehler, I think they took it out. Another Panzer 4G coming on in as well. So, interesting that we are seeing that Lorraine is looking to take out that Strutz in the middle part of the map. Gal is definitely fading fast in that center part. Ooh, Sherman goes down. Sherman goes down.
Oh, wow. The Befehler Panzer getting the kill. That's pretty good, yeah, because it's really not much here. The Staghound is pretty slowed down, and the Panzer 4 can easily kill it. The problem is he just does not have enough infantry at the moment. He's getting a Panzer 4G, as we're talking about, but he needs infantry. He needs pioneers to take his town. And he has the advantage. He can take it now.
Yes.
It's open.
Yes,
in a sense.
Oh, no, not even in a sense. That thing is definitely open.
Yeah.
Now, we are going to see this Lorraine, actually, this entire artillery park is coming under fire from that Sexton. Which is a little bit unnerving, I would say.
I mean, really, it's just about a supply truck if it gets killed, but it is going to be pulling back.
Probably equally terrifying for me is realizing that, first of all, this Grumbling Bear is taking fire from both his Cromwell, which doesn't hurt it.
Nope.
But the 6-pounder being was within 600 meters, definitely could have penned.
Oh, yeah. And it is fallen back in just a ray where the 6-pounder can actually shoot it. If you look at the 6-pounder, it's such a narrow gap.
Yes.
But
yes.
I think he's going to be able to get a ray. I mean, it does have Trove armor.
That's true, but we still have a Firefly up north as well as that AP Cromwell. So I do not feel good about
that
Gallineas.
gun up north is definitely, stayed a little bit too long. A Firefly 17-pounder on the field. He's not going to be able to effectively hold that northern sector anymore, which is a bit of a shame.
True. True, and all signs are really kind of pointing. It looks like the 21st Panzer does not have the muscle to stand up against all the Polish numbers, now does it?
No, the Poles are pretty much getting into the full-on tank spam, essentially, and the Polish, once you get the tanks rolling, works really well. He managed to tie down Gallon in his town for quite a bit, and he pretty much has forced Gal to pretty much concede the northern sector, which was pretty much his best way of trying to get back in this match. Now, 17-pounders, Firefly, and just all these tanks and infantry, it's just going to be tough to match up to those numbers.
True. Very, very true. Every single piece of armored hardware is falling back. That poor Grumbling Bear.
Yep.
He's going to buy it. I almost guarantee it. Next a couple rounds or two, he's going to go down.
I mean, he is reversing the side race. Oh, he's not even reversing, he's just pulling back.
Well, guys, it's hunting season.
Yep.
They're going to be taking themselves a pelt. It is pretty cold in Poland. And there he goes.
And there we go. We do have that Pack 88 up north, which could be the saving grace.
Oh, you're right. I missed that.
If he
Okay.
can knock out that 17-pounder at least, or the Firefly, my bad, he could try and secure things up. But I know it's still going to be a little bit tough, because even if he does kill the tanks, he still has to try and take back the territory, which will be difficult.
It is interesting to me. See that spot troop that's on hold fire right there?
Oh yeah.
No one knows that he's there.
Oh yeah,
but
you can't even. That is some good placement, right? Yeah,
he's like hiding in that tree. It's like I don't even. Jeez.
Yeah. He's probably in the tree.
Yes, yes, he probably is.
You know, with his binoculars, looking down, whispering German into a radio. Suppose they're over here.
Wow,
that was terrible. I apologize. I'll leave the German to you next time, Khan.
Not a problem, not a problem. Now we are going to see there is a Pioneers down to the south, but they're not going to last. And you calling out that radio, the radio transmissions have been intercepted. He is now dead.
Oof.
Which means that there is only one German on the Polish side of the map at all. And he is literally one lone gent by himself.
One lone guy.
Yeah,
we got the another Panzer 4G and really just Panzer 4s, but the problem with Panzer 4s is on this northern side now in B phase. Suppose they have the range advantage. 17-pounders, Fireflies, Achilles. I mean, he did kill the Cromwell, which is nice with Pack 88, but he needs more 1.2-kilometer guns. And apart from the Pack 88, the only other 1.2-kilometer gun he has is on a King Tiger.
Which I don't think Gal runs. In fact, I'm pretty sure Gal doesn't run that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the King Tiger is not really worth it. I mean, it does have its uses, but by the time you saved up and got it, it's usually too little too late.
That certainly seems to be the message in this game so far, though, which is a little bit upsetting to me, but you guys know how I am.
Yeah.
Alright, so Poles take the town, we're at a +2, and Gal has been managed to taking a mere 2 tickets this entire map. Yep. I can't but wonder, is he maybe not tapped completely on infantry, or is he just investing too much in his armor?
I think he's just buying a bit too much in armor. He hasn't been getting a ridiculous amount of infantry throughout this match, and in B phase you do get replenished by quite a bit. And he's bringing out the Pioneers finally, which is damn good, but I know, I think he's just been investing. He's really been trying to fight over his town. But I think in hindsight, it would have been better if he just kind of left it alone and then just try to pull all his resources up north and try to capture the ground from there, especially during like late A, early B, where he still had that range advantage. Because he's lost a lot of units trying to capture that town. I mean, at Lorraine, it's out of ammo. The supply truck got blown up, I believe. And
yes.
Yeah, it's just he's been losing so much down south. For the Poles, they have the tanks, they have the Strotsky spam. I mean, that one Staghound is still alive there with broken reels. Or
yes, very
tire.
true. Well, the Befehle Panzer, I don't know exactly what happened to that. I think it was probably the Sherman. The P4G right there is bailed out. He's gone, pretty much. Another P4G is just kind of hanging out in the middle part of the map with half of his support is running away. And I think we pretty much have the Poles running away with this game.
Yeah, it's really quite tough for 21st Panzer because they work much well on more shorter range maps. Even though we're going on about how the range advantage is so good in A, but once you get to B and C, you just don't have that range advantage anymore usually. And like Panzer IVs and Shermans, they're great. I love using them. But in long-range firefights, when there's 17-pounder guns on the field, it's not that fun. It's to drive like decks like 21st Panzer, Ringtown, etc. They get Tigers and Panthers, which are good because they can engage at that 1.2-kilometer range.
That is definitely true. Now, I think just to kind of maybe slightly qualify what you were saying there, yes, it is true that they do give up, they at least have equal range, but I think the major issue, I think, during Phase B is that their paper armor doesn't stand up to the real armor that people like the Poles do get.
Oh yeah, with the Shermans, which have 10 to 11 armor, where the Panther 4s only have, as you see, 6 to 8, which is quite a big difference.
Even the Fireflies.
Yeah, Firefly has 10 armor. At the same time, the German guns do, on average, do more penetration, so it does kind of even itself out in Ray. But yeah, the Panther 4s, they do feel flimsy, Khan. I'm not gonna lie, they feel really flimsy to use. I look like if a 6-pounder looks at it wrong, it's just gonna blow up.
Yep. I definitely agree with you there. It's one of the major,
but if you can get a hit on with a Panzer IV, because the Panzer IV does sacrifice their armor for armor penetration power. And
True, but look at the accuracy for it, though.
the accuracy is more than a Sherman. Not a Firefly, but like 75mm Sherman. He does have more accuracy.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's just the Panzer
They never seem to hit. They never seem to hit.
I know. It's just the Panzer IV works much better when they can get like surprise first shot off, essentially. But once you get into like a more slug match back and forth, the Sherman usually comes out on top because the armor does make it get less stressed, essentially.
Messages, by the way, do you want to go to a +2?
Yeah,
maybe?
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, 2. There we go.
There we go.
So it is +3 right now, folks. So it does look like Yuejin's gonna take this one fairly easally. We see a bit of a bulge happen in the middle part of the map, but that's until these 17-pounders can just create a killing field.
Oh yeah, just look at got Achilles and the two 17-pounders just going absolutely ham on the German forces.
Yep, that sounds about right. Are we going to even see... No, I haven't even seen any support trucks come on out for the Poles. That's a consequence of having mountains of ammo and everything.
I think for Gal it would have been better if he maybe, for the IFS map, picked Troph SS or 9th Panzer, because you really do need at least some heavy tanks on this map, which aren't overly stupid expensive like a King Tiger.
Well, at least I needed the tanks a little bit earlier than what what he had them.
Exactly. That was really his downfall, as the Poles can get those 17-pounder weapons in pretty decent space. I mean, it's no Guards armored amount, but, you know, still, it's more than enough for a 1v1 to get you through.
Let's talk about the difference between the Poles and the Guards armored, though. Wouldn't you say that the Poles at least have a little bit more in the way, I'd say, of infantry? Maybe not veterancy in terms of that, but infantry overall.
Yeah, the Guards does have more in terms of just tank numbers, but the Poles have, I'd say, a better, like, early game, just because they got that aggressive A phase with the high points, the Sexton, just the absolute infantry spam that you can do. You can kind of do an infantry spam with Guards armored. But for, like, a team game, Guards armored is a bit better, because they can just get a lot of tanks.
Sure.
While Poles, you get just enough tanks. You don't get an overt amount, where you can't, like, really effectively buy them all, but not enough where you're going to be, you know, depleted in terms of tank numbers that you're going to have to bring out, as long as you're not, like, throwing them away willy-nilly.
So to put a point on it, Guards, more tanks, Poles, more well-rounded, I would say, right?
Yeah, a bit more well-rounded, a bit more aggressive earlier. Poles is like 4th armored, but not like broken. Guards is like 3rd armored. That's really the best way to put it.
That's a great way to put it. So that is going to be a complete victory over here for Yuejin. So congratulations to him to moving on to those finals. And Gal, I'm sorry, my friend. I was pulling for you. 21st Panzer, of course, is near and dear.
Yeah, he does make it to the losers bracket, yo.
That is true. So he still has a chance at that 3rd place prize.
And just looking at history...
Staghounds.
Yes, the Staghound.
Oh my gosh. God, I need to see Yavorski. I want to see how many kills he's got, because I'm seeing 6 of them already. 5. At least 5 already. 6. Oh my god. 7.
Damn.
8.
He's been knocking out half-tracks left, right, and the center.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, go to kills for him. Are you on the kills page?
I know. I'm looking at it.
God.
Panzer 4G as well.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's got himself a dozen kills, folks.
Yep.
He's the killiest thing on this battlefield. Firefly almost doesn't even do half of that damage.
I know. And that was some good Staghound play. That really secured a town for Yuejin. Yeah, Staghound play. And once he held the town, it was pretty easy from there.
True. It's very, very true.
Yep.
So, kind of an open and shut one. Unfortunately, it's not quite the titanic struggle we might have hoped for. Yikes, by the way, history, look at about minute 25. The 17-pounders for like a minute and a half. Massive killers.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. But wow. Okay. Congrats, Yuejin. Way to go, big guy. See you in the finals. Gal, I will see you, I guess, in the... Well, we will see you in the consolation prize, I would hope.
Yep.
Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys all next time. This has been Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangru. Take it easy.